Hey Chelsea boys and girls, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Please subscribe to my channel for daily Chelsea content. Hey, listen up, let's talk about today's Chelsea news. The main headliner on today's news is the fact that Lyon FC from League One in France, it appears that they're seeking to hijack the Christian Pulisic move um, from AC Milan. As I mentioned in a previous video, AC Milan had made a bid, which again, remember I mentioned to y'all that AC Milan's bid seemed kind of low. Their bid was somewhere, I had thought it was 15 million pounds on the low, between 15 and 20, but in reality it appears that their opening bid appears to be even less than 15, somewhere between 12 and 13 million pounds. Which, if there's any truth to that, then that's a non starter. So as it stands right now, their AC Milan is dragging their feet. Their process of dragging their feet has opened the door for Lyon to actually make a very solid solid 20 or 21 million, I think somewhere in the neighborhood of a 21 million pound bid for Christian Pulisic. Um, so that's all well and good, but again, based on reports, it appears that Pulisic's preference is to play for AC Milan. He's this summer he made a visit to Milan. He likes the place. Obviously, AC Milan is a massive club. So let's just get that out of the way in the first place. AC Milan, in terms of traditions, in terms of history, AC Milan is one of the biggest clubs. Is one of the biggest clubs in football in Europe. They've won the Champions League about 5 times or so. I think 5 or so times. I'm not looking at any of the data, but I just go based on my memory. They won the Champions League at least 5 times. They've won the uh, the Scudetto, which is the Serie A league trophy. They won that, like, I don't know, just under 20 times. They've won a whole bunch of, basically, y'all can see that where this is going. That's a massive club, but massive club doesn't mean anything if massive club doesn't come up with the massive money that makes the deal happen. And so that's the issue there for Pulisic. He wants to make the move, the dream move to AC Milan. He's willing to take a pay cut to make that move happen. And then of course, at AC Milan, he already has, he would be running into in a situation where he would have three former Chelsea players from which he formerly played with at Chelsea, Tomori, Giroud, and of course they recently signed Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So that's three players to help him get acclimated to life ground in Milan. He went there again. It's a massive club. He apparently fell in love. He's willing to take a pay cut. Everything looks all good on paper, except the fact of the main piece of the deal happening, which is AC Milan only coming up with like 13 million pounds offer, which is just not going to make it happen. So on the flip side, guys, you have Lyon that has their massive 21 million pound offer, and to even make things better or things more tricky for a Pulisic AC Milan deal is the fact that Lyon has a player, a promising attacking midfielder, Cherki. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Cherki, or is it Cherki? He's a 19-year-old attacking midfielder. He's been pretty awesome in the ongoing Euros under 21 tournament, where he scored a few goals, had a few assists. If you watched clips of him, you'll see that he's played at a little bit of a mode of Eden Hazard, in that he likes to dribble a lot. Actually, for me, he reminds me a little bit more of JJ Okocha than Eden Hazard. I mean, Eden Hazard dribbles, but he kind of picks and chooses where he would dribble, and he'll dribble with like just explosion. I mean, explosive force towards goal. That would be Eden Hazard. JJ was kind of a magician on the ball, and he could dribble just for the heck of it. And so that's I don't know whether that's good or bad, but what I'm just trying to tell you is that I've watched from the clips of CHERKI that I've watched. He's a guy he's a kid. He's 19 years old, and he's gifted on both feet. With the ball. He's just the kind of player that loves to enjoy his football. Always seems to play with a smile on his face. Last season, he as a 19-year-old, he started a whole bunch of games for Lyon in their league, and had 10 goal contributions, I believe, from about 34 or so appearances. Again, it might not seem like a lot, but given again his age, in fact he's young. He's literally just breaking onto the scene. Yeah. So that's what it is, and the price tag on CHERKI, it's about 43 million pounds. So it's fairly high. It's quite high for y'all can see our boy Pulisic is only worth like 20 mil. He's like, I think he's 24 years old, and this 19-year-old kid is being valued at 43, more than double. So what appears to be at play here is the possibility of a Pulisic plus cash, for like some kind of a player swap deal. We send a Pulisic and cash, and Pulisic plus 20 million pounds to Lyon, and then they give us CHERKI. Obviously, we need CHERKI because Mason Mount forced his way out, and so I mean we got about 55 million pounds guaranteed money from that deal. But I mean the money doesn't play a football. We still have that open spot, so that's where the club are gonna need to buy. If not CHERKI, they have to go and get another attacking midfielder to fill up the huge void left by Mason Mount. And then the other news today is the unveiling of, or rather, the first official interview given by our new boss, our new manager, Mauricio Pochettino, at Cobham today. He gave a fantastic interview. Pretty much said all the right things that I wanted to hear. I'm just gonna hit a few of the notes. He basically said, listen, I mean, this Chelsea is like one of the biggest clubs in the world. Period. Over the last 15 years or so, that Chelsea won the most trophies. I don't know how accurate is that. Is that before or after City won the treble this year? But even if without City, if we're not number one, we're definitely number two in terms of trophy haul. The last 15 or so years in England, or even in possibly, yeah, definitely in England. And so you're not with standing that we finished 12th. He said, listen, the team, the players, the squad that he has a talented squad. Yeah, even though that they are young, he feels like there is a group of talented squad players, that there are hungry players, and he's looking to win right away. He came here because Chelsea has a culture of winning, and he's looking to play winning football and to play attacking football while trying to basically win. And that's Chelsea's culture, and that's what it is. He also mentioned that he wants players that are happy to be at Chelsea. That's what I really want to hear, because I've been harping about that. Right? He says that, listen, he wants players that are fully committed to the badge. He actually used the word badge. The players that want to play for Chelsea badge. I mean, I don't know whether those were little shade pot shots at the likes of Mason Mount and some other players that are crying and trying to force their way out. He said, listen, I want players that want to run hard for this Chelsea badge, for the fans that the fans have been through a lot, and the players number one job is to do everything to make these fans happy. He says he wants to have a nice bond with the fans, and he's going to do everything in his capability to bring Chelsea back up to the top. And that's that, guys. That's all. I don't know if what else that you want to hear. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all we ask for. We want players that listen. All players, all hands on deck. I mean, we have a brand new boss. We have a lot of new faces. We don't have time for babysitting duties, right? There's no babysitting time. We need players that are ready. If you say run, they're gonna run farther than you ask them to run. We need everybody committed. The talent is there. What we need is the commitment, and we need Pochettino laying down the platform for these players to succeed individually and collectively, as he mentioned in the interview. Guys, how do y'all feel about today's news? Please comment below. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.